So when you get some money, when you go to the next level, when you finally find a way to generate some passive income, find a way to generate some very serious cash flow, find a way to have excessive capital on the side and being able to afford yourself to live to the next level, there are five things that you should definitely change. And this is not your regular normist type of consumer electronics or some luxury gadgets. Let me get into the details, and most of which will not be, generally accepted. The first one, of course, will be your circle. You should change people who are around you. This is a big no-no for a lot of people. You probably already heard that you should stick to your old friends, all the people that you know, because you know their flaws, you know what to expect from them more or less, how they're gonna, say lies, be not genuine. Everyone has flaws. The idea over here is that what I personally have learned is that when you start hanging out with different people from the next level, the level that you're just entering, you're learning so many things that you don't have access to learn anyway. I have learned things that are coming from people who have been 20, 30 years in business, that if I didn't meet them, if I didn't sit down and talk with them, spend time with them, I would never had access to this type of information, because it's kind of a side information. It's kind of a, this is what happened to me, this is how we actually approached. I reach out to this person, his legal team actually figure it out. Then we have to hire somebody overseas to prepare the paperwork. Different channels of information, different solutions for different problems. If you just keep hanging out with your old friends who are most likely not business interested, it is very likely for you to kind of hit your plateau level and not progress to the next level. Think about the great entrepreneurs of this time. Think about Mark Zuckerberg. When he actually built Facebook, even during building the Facebook, even during Facebook, evolving and progressing, he kind of, moved himself outside his classmates, outside of some of the co-founders. Think about Eduardo Sauder, and he pushed some of the people actually away. This is just give you an illustration that he built a brand new circle around himself. He surrounded himself with VC people. He surrounded himself with Peter Thiel. He surrounded himself with advisors and people who were more experienced in the startup industry. He didn't keep hanging out from Harvard alumni. He didn't keep hanging out with people from New York. No, he just closed the door for all the old connections and he opened the door for the new connections. So forget about all the stick to the old friend circles. If you want to go to the next level, you should open the brand new door and close the old door. The second thing also is, in my opinion, pretty non-negotiable. Time management. Listen, I could be considered pretty stingy person. I don't ever pay full price for anything. Always try to negotiate good deals, always get a discount. That's who I am. But if I tell you that if you can afford to buy a personal airplane or personal helicopter, and this is a game changer because this is a real life time machine, I'm not exaggerating. You will understand that the quality of life that you had previously, it's bullshit. The quality of life, not having to live on the lines like the normal people, not having to live by the rules of third party, airline company, not having to, stick to the small seats and wait for the delays and something might not be accurate, dirty seats, and all these small elements that destroy your quality of life. Once when you try the other side, the other experience, you will never want to go back. The real lifetime machine. Take an example of domestic flight that usually will take you between, let's say, on average, 5 hours. Considering time prior and after the flight and during the flight and delays and so on and so on. This flight could be drastically shortened by around 2.5 to 3 hours if you have a personal plane. You have people on your payroll. You have two pilots waiting for you. You pick up the phone. You can make an appointment 30 to 45 minutes prior you want to fly. You just call them. They're on the spot ready for you. Okay, this is big non-negotiable, especially when you consider if you can afford the very nice big helicopter. But we're talking about 5 to 8 seater, not the big one 10. There is a helicopter that can reduce your travel time like crazy. For example, the other day I was looking why, if you want to go to Hamptons from New York to Hamptons by car, it's 4.5, 5 hours. If you want to take the train, it could be 6 hours, changing one train, second train, third train, right? If you want to go with the boat, even if you have a Thunder speedboat, it still will take you around 2.5, 3 hours, which is mind blowing. But what if you have a chopper? Well, if you have a helicopter, surprise, surprise, you can go from New York City, right, to Hamptons for 60 minutes. It's 3, 5 times your time saved. Absolutely 100% worth it if you can afford it. If you can afford to fly private, this is definitely one of the best things that you could do. Third important element also, think about how many people disregarding spending money on their health when they don't have much money, right? It's almost like when you're broke, the last thing you kind of focus is spending or investing in your health. But when people start making a lot of money, first thing they're gonna do the aesthetics, they're gonna do, people who don't have hair, they're gonna do the hair, they're gonna do the teeth, they're gonna do a lot of small elements, facials, aesthetics. Health is extremely important if you can actually measure the progress, not going above and beyond. Because a lot of people are following how much of each and every vitamin they can max out on a daily basis. They have 100% vitamin K, 100% vitamin C, 100% vitamin A. Right? They can try to max each one of these vitamins, but the measure of the actual performance or improvement of the overall health is hard to be measured. The health investment matters only if you can measure it. If you go above and beyond, might actually have a counterintuitive effect, might actually hurt you. Your performance. Think about people who are supercharged on the gym bros. You don't really get more strong or you don't get more pretty going over the board by getting more muscular or gaining more physical mass. It's almost like the people who are putting stickers from the racing competition on their cars. It doesn't make the car faster. That's so stupid. When you put the stickers of the car, it doesn't make the car faster or the small spoiler at the back. You should focus only on things that actually can improve. People who buy AMG package in Mercedes, you don't buy the outside interior AMG package. You buy the actual engine AMG extension that makes the car faster. Fourth important element, infrastructure. Any possible technological advancements that could improve your life performance, being at work or personal, you should invest in. I'm talking about any technology that you previously had idea to try, had idea to buy, will make your life better. A lot of the simplicity in our life is more or less connected to technology. Technology make life easier, which reduces the time spent on particular activity, which increases your free time. Your free time can either be focused on hobby or can be focused on another business. This is why technology infrastructure around you on a daily basis is very important. People use smart fridges, people use smart uh, lightning technology at your homes. You know exactly which time of the day, depending on the forecast. Tomorrow is going to be cloudy. I want tomorrow between in the morning between 9 and 12 before the actual real natural sunlight appears from the clouds. I want to have a more warmer light at home. I want to have the curtains to be open at 34 degrees, right? All these small elements of the technology that is knowing you and have a knowledge base plus memory learning on your behavior, on the parameters that you set based on the weather, based on the natural sunlight, based on your productivity, which days you're working, which days you're actually having days off. And the fifth important element, of course, will be building the connection around people who are dedicating their life building your company. Spend time, take care of your employees. A lot of people now these days understand that the human capital is very important. But now with the AI replacement, a lot of these business owners are forgetting that this will actually make the human capital more important. Will make certain positions 10 times more important than they were prior. And of course, there will be human capital will not be needed, right? There will be people who will be fired and will never rehired. but the people who will keep their positions will be 10 times more important. Why is that? According to Cloudflare, now, as we speak, at the moment, we have over 50% of all the traffic online is happening through the AI agents. It's not happening to you humans. What this even means that at some point, this AI agents traffic or purchases or browsing or overall location-based data will be contributed by 80-90% of non-human accounts. This means that you need to have somebody who will be able to filter out and make sense out of this information. This is going to be a human. And this human will be in charge of actually not only creating systems to prevent, uh, you know, bad players on the AI agent systems, but he will also be in charge of creating systems that will help increase the sales, building the actual websites that will be suitable and will trigger interest from the AI agents. So these employees effectively that were previously trained to service your humans, being a good sales rep, learning how humans behave and being able to sell them whatever they want to sell. Now they have to learn the AI agents language. They have to learn how to pitch the AI agents, right? This is why the humans in your company who are most likely not yet fired and not gonna be fired, they're going to be very very important. This is why you need to really put the time, and you really need to show them that you respect them and you want to invest in them, and you want to make sure that they're also profiting from this new revolution, from this new technology, right? You want to make sure you're sharing the profits in some way. I'm not saying you do a clean cut from the daily profits right from them. No, I'm just trying to say that you should give them a special way growing the company to be able for each of these individuals to grow their personal network along the way. This is unlimited money glitch in real time for everyone involved in the company. Nobody wants to leave. No one wants to leave the work early. No one wants to be late for work because everyone knows that it makes them more money by being better at work.